Hi, I'm Mr. C, the teacher, and this is my classroom. So grab your tools for school and join in with us, or sit back and just watch, and let's go on a learning journey together, because you're watching Lessons from the Classroom. Well, let's take a look at what the topic for today's episode is going to be about. Oh, I'm just working on my reading skills. In fact, when I teach reading to students, I teach what's called guided reading skills. Guided reading is when a grown-up, like a teacher, or a mom or dad or grandparent or even an older student who could be a buddy reader, teaches skills in which guidance is needed for the student to learn things that they, otherwise couldn't learn on their own. Guided reading is important because it helps students develop a variety of skills that are important for learning how to read. In this series of 16 videos, we're going to go through 16 different books, each book being leveled progressively harder. So we'll start right at the beginning with book level 1A and work our way all the way up to book level 5C, getting longer and harder. When we do guided reading, I like to break it up into 3 or even 4 different stages. First, I like to do a picture walk. Anybody can do a picture walk because you're not reading the words, you're just looking at the pictures in order to tell the story. The second phase I like to do is reading the story out loud. And if we get to the longer, harder books, we'll probably skip that category. The third stage is to echo read, where I read a sentence and then my reader repeats or reads that sentence. And the last stage is when a student is able to start reading independently with just some help, some support. And as the student continues to practice that same story over and over, they'll eventually become much more independent. And that's guided reading. Let's get started. Okay, here's today's book. It's leveled as book 3C. The Spaceship. Let's just do a picture walk only, so not worrying about the words, just looking at what's happening in the picture. Talk about what you see and what you think's happening. Now where are they? What's happening here? What are they doing? What do they see here? What's happening here on this page? What's happened here? What's going on? What's happened on this page now? And here on this page, talk about what you see. What's Floppy the dog doing? Or on the last page, what's happening now? Okay, this time we're going to do a read through the book. Let's see if we can match some of our thoughts about the pictures to the actual words in the story. And I've got my trusty yellow reader here. Here we go. Floppy went to sleep and he began to dream. A spaceship landed. Wow, said Kipper. A real spaceship. An alien came out. I am Zig, he said, and this is my dog, Zog. Let's go into space, said Zig. Oh yes, said Kipper. Oh no, said Floppy. Whoosh! The spaceship took off. It flew up into space. What's that? Said Kipper. Oh no, said Zig. Fireballs. Whoosh! Suddenly there were fireballs all around them. Help, said Zog. Crash! A fireball hit them. The spaceship began to spin around. Zig and Kipper bumped heads. Ow, my head, said Kipper. Oh, my head, said Zig. Floppy saw a very big fireball. It was going to hit them. Help, said Floppy. We're in danger, said Zog. I don't know what to do. I know what to do, said Floppy. I can fly the spaceship. Zoom! Floppy flew the spaceship out of danger. Phew, just in time, he said. Well done, Space Dog Floppy, said Zig. You saved us. Okay, we're ready for the next part, part 3. This is an echo read. Remember, Mr. C reads first, and then it's your turn. Floppy went to sleep, and he began to dream. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A spaceship landed. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Wow, said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A real spaceship. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. An alien came out. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I am Zig, he said. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. And this is my dog, Zog. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Let's go into space, said Zig. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Oh, yes, said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Oh, no, said Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn, and this is a sound effect word. Whoosh! The spaceship took off. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. It flew up into space. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. What's that? Asked Kipper. Mr. C's turn. Oh no, said Zig. Your turn. Fireballs. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Ooh, another sound effect word. Whoosh. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Suddenly, there were fireballs all around them. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Help, said Zog. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Oops, sound effect word. Crash! Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A fireball hit them. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. The spaceship began to spin round. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Zig and Kipper bumped heads. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Oh, my head, said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Oh, my head, said Zig. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Floppy saw a very big fireball. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. It was going to hit them. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Help, said Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. We're in danger, said Zog. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I don't know what to do. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I know what to do, said Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I can fly the spaceship. Your turn. Ooh, another sound effect word. Mr. C's turn. Zoom. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Floppy flew the spaceship out of danger. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Phew! Just in time, he said. Your turn. And Mr. C's turn. Well done, Space Dog Floppy, said Zig. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. You saved us. Your turn. Okay, now we'll do a final read, which will be you on your own, just independently reading. Remember, pause this video, go back, rewind it. You want to read through this story over and over again until you can do it perfectly. All right, let's start with the title. Did you get the spaceship? Good. Start with Floppy's name. Well done. All right, in this last phase, we're looking at review and comprehension of the story we've read. So the first question that we're going to ask is, tell me, what was this story about? What happened at the beginning of the story? What happens in the middle of the story? And what happens at the end of the story? Here's some questions that you can answer from looking at the pictures. Why did Floppy dream about space? How did Floppy feel about being in space? Why did Floppy have to take control of the spaceship? How did he know what to do? Where do spaceships go in space? Where would you like to go? Tell me, what does this story remind you of? Have you read another story about spaceships or seen a TV show or a movie with spaceships? All right, it's time in our episode for this segment that I like to call the Did You Know Fun Facts.
Did you know?
Of course, one of the most common questions that gets asked is there life out there in the universe other than us here on planet Earth? Well, luckily that can be answered quite easily with the Drake equation, which is simply put like this. They're pretty straightforward. What this simply says
is that the number of technologically advanced civilizations in the universe, by the rate of formation of stars within the galaxy, by the fraction of those stars with planetary systems, by the number of planets within a galaxy that have the suitable environment to sustain life, by the fraction of planets in which actually life appears to be, by the number of planets in which the actual life appears to be intelligent, by the fraction of civilizations that happen to be intelligent enough to get its information transferred out into outer space, by the length of time that such civilizations are managed to be detected. Put a little bit more simply, the number of technologically advanced species that have developed over the history of the universe, by the number of habitable planets within the volume of the universe, by the likelihood of one of those technologically advanced species developing on that planet.
Pretty straightforward.
Oh, could you repeat that?
Okay then, so what does this actually mean? Well, it can all be narrowed down to percentages. So if we think that there's an estimated, say, 4 trillion planets out there that have a sun within its solar system, and we think just maybe 1% of those 4 trillion planets might be in the right zone where it's not too hot and too close to the sun, or too far away and too cold from the sun.
That's just right.
If 1% of those 4 trillion planets were like that, that would narrow us down to 4 billion planets. And if we thought out of those 4 billion planets, if only 1% of them had, say, water and an atmosphere in which life could form on it, well then, now we're talking at about 400,000 planets that could possibly have the right conditions for life. And if we took just 1% of those 400,000 planets that we thought could sustain life, and they actually had intelligent life on it, that could communicate and maybe have transportation, then we'd be talking about 4,000 planets. Well, wow, now that's not bad. There's 4,000 possible planets out there that could be just like Earth and sustain life and have actually intelligent life on it. All right, so why haven't we met them yet?
Well, I don't know, but I bet you're going to tell us.
Well, there's a few different theories on that.
See, I
They
knew
may
it.
be in the same boat that we are. We don't yet have the technology to fly that far out into space fast enough. We haven't been able to create a spaceship that can go the speed of light. And even if we could create something that goes the speed of light, it could still take hundreds, if not thousands of years to get to some of these planets, and frankly, as human beings, we just don't live that long.
Here I go to explore the universe.
Oh, that was my great grandfather who first left on the expedition.
Our average life is only around 80 years or so. Another theory might simply be that, well, we're just not that interesting to them.
Anybody want to go here? No way. That's boring.
I mean, for them to fly for thousands of light years across space to come and look at us would be probably about as interesting if I were to ask you to go hiking for days and days and days and days and then climb up a tall mountain just so you could look at a hole in the ground with some ants coming out of it.
Oh, what, are you kidding? This is it? Well, this is boring. Why'd I come?
You'd go, I'm not doing that. That's boring. Too much effort. That could possibly be the situation. The other theory is, well, maybe they see us as a danger. I mean, they might catch diseases from us. We might attack them. They could be scared of us and so simply don't want to make contact if they were able to have the technology to get here in the first place.
Oh man, those human dudes are like freaky looking, like they're scary, those humans. Whoa, did someone just sneeze?
And of course, there's the good old theory of they've already arrived, and lots of people have already witnessed seeing UFOs and aliens. We just have a hard time believing them. But maybe it has happened already. Who knows?
Now you know.
All right, well, it looks like I've got plenty of art supplies and tools on hand, so I guess it's time to do some quick art creations. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned something new and had fun doing the lessons. Join me next time on another episode of Lessons from the Classroom.